Interesting facts about baseball. Baseball has a lot of interesting facts, so let's check out them. Baseball is frequently referred to as the national pastime in the United States. Since the middle of the 19th century, it has been played in the United States. And since then, it has grown to become a sport that millions of Americans love. The year 1901 marked the beginning of the modern era of baseball, which began with the formation of the American League, which joined the National League, which had been established in 1876. The two leagues competed against one another in their own tournaments until 1903, when the champions of each league met for the first time in the World Series. With 27 World Series championships to their name, the New York Yankees have established themselves as the most successful club in the history of baseball. They are also responsible for the development of some of the most legendary players in the history of the game, including as Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Joe DiMaggio. Barry Bonds currently holds the record for the most home runs hit in a single season with 73, which he achieved in 2001. Nonetheless, there is debate regarding Bonds' record because of suspicions that he used performance-enhancing drugs. With 116 victories in a single season, the Seattle Mariners set a new record for themselves in the year 2001. Ichiro Suzuki, Brett Boone, and Edgar Martinez were among the notable players that captained the team. On June 19, 1846, in Hoboken, New Jersey, a game that is considered to be the first ever baseball game was played. The New York Nine and the Knickerbockers were the two teams who participated in the game. Kevin Brown, who earned a total of $15.7 million during the year 2000, was the Major League Baseball player who brought in the most money. Mike Trout is currently the player with the highest annual salary, pulling in almost $37 million for his efforts. When Jackie Robinson became the first African-American player to play in the big leagues of baseball in 1947, he was responsible for breaking the color barrier in the sport. He was an African-American baseball player who spent his career with the Brooklyn Dodgers and helped pave the path for subsequent African-American players like Willie Mays and Hank Aaron. The record for the longest game in the history of baseball was set in 1981 when the Pawtucket Red Sox and the Rochester Red Wings competed in a match that lasted 33 innings. The match went on for more than 8 hours until being called off at 4:07 in the morning. Aroldis Chapman recorded the fastest fastball ever thrown in a baseball game in 2010. One of his pitches was thrown at a speed of 105.1 miles per hour. Many people believe that Babe Ruth, who was a baseball player for the New York Yankees between the years 1920 through 1934, was the best player in the history of the game. Up until 1974, he was the home run record holder, and he continues to retain many more records. In 2004, the Boston Red Sox won their first World Series championship in 86 years, breaking the so-called Curse of the Bambino. This curse was said to have been placed on the team after the Red Sox traded Babe Ruth to the Yankees. The Rawlings brand baseball, which is used in games of the Major League, has a circumference of 9 inches and weighs 5 ounces. The best players, managers, and umpires in the history of baseball are honored at the Baseball Hall of Fame, which can be found in the town of Cooperstown, New York. It was founded in 1939, and there are currently more than 300 members of the organization. Lee Richmond, who pitched for the Worcester Ruby Legs in the year 1880, is credited with throwing the first perfect game in the history of baseball. A perfect game is achieved when there is not a single base reached by the other team for the entirety of the game. Nolan Ryan, who had 383 strikeouts during the 1973 season, is the pitcher that holds the record for the most strikeouts in a single season. Joe DiMaggio holds the record for the longest hitting streak in the history of baseball. Please let us know in the comments if you know of any more interesting baseball facts. Thank you for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this one, please subscribe.